In the world of mountain biking that's been so good to me, this is the thing that I'm the most proud of. There's a certain satisfaction that comes with helping to create something, especially when it's so close to home.
Once Burke, Vermont was awarded an Enduro World Series stop in 2020, which ultimately was postponed for reasons we all know. We had the opportunity to bid on hosting an event for the 2022 season to basically support Burke's event. Our director of sales here, Brenna Harridge, is a passionate mountain biker and was really motivated to have events. Sugarloaf went out on a limb to do this, and I have a tremendous amount of appreciation for our management here being flexible enough and seeing the good that can come out of it. Everybody here was like really stoked to support the effort. There was definitely some pressure that came with just agreeing to host without even having the tracks. I think most places have trails before they agree to have international events. Went from having one pretty short trail in the spring of 2021 that we had put in the fall of 2020, and then we got 5 more trails in, so we had 4 enduro stages and a downhill track by September of 2021. So that was a pretty serious effort that was all volunteer based.
That September, we hosted an Eastern States Cup. The racers were genuinely stoked on the tracks and the overall vibe here, but we knew that we had a lot more to do to be World Series ready.
Yeah, it certainly was possible, but we were working to provide on a deadline, and I just hold EWS racing in such high regard because I've seen how awesome the riding is at every single venue that we just wanted it to be good. We had our trail crew folks at the Loaf this year. Carter Lawless in the machine, just turned 22, is a great machine operator that can drive up and down this mountain. And then Sam Rhodes, working hard on the ground with me every day.
Roddy's Ski Patrol Sawyer team was key. Connor, Mr. Wright, Nate, Clear and Corridor, Chip and Brush, and then Mountain Ops, led by Seth. Those guys were awesome, bringing us dirt, moral support, whatever we needed.
When you're just scouting a trail and there's nothing there, you're like, how is this gonna work? And then you start building, you're still kind of questioning, like, is this gonna finish in time? Are we biting off a bigger chunk than we can chew? And you fight through it, and eventually you get there, and then you see the best riders in the world riding the stuff you just spent so much time building. It's a great feeling.
Wild weekend, because we had rain right before the EWS started, and so the tracks, they saw a bunch of wear and tear. We'd come in as soon as practice was done and work till dark to try and improve things as much as possible before the next day of racing.
Basically, when riders showed up to walk the trail, we had just finished it the day before. So when riders asked how fresh these trails were, I said, this was built yesterday.
Top to the bottom, there's a lot of vert here. So it's really neat getting up and having that above tree line experience in New England where you can see for, 100 miles. You can see, the tallest peaks in the region and in New England, really. So yeah, neat to have that to set things apart. But really the good riding's in the woods. The lower down you get, the better the riding is.
You could tell they were Adam Gregg stages. I actually really enjoyed it. The riding was wild and interesting and, definitely unique, I think, to this area. You don't find this many routes, this much rock kind of anywhere else, and it was a really big challenge for me, but I really enjoyed my time. The fans were amazing. It was a really cool place to be. I think everyone felt a sense of home here. The fans they knew your name, they knew everything about you, they knew how your season was going, and they would stop you on the liaisons to take photos. It was a really cool event, small, tight-knit, but really fun.
The biggest contribution of an event of this scale, the World Series event, to the riding culture in the region is like keeping the next generation of riders really stoked on just mountain biking in general, and obviously a gravity version of that is fun. I mean, we live in a world of pretty high level action sports these days, and just with, you know, the internet displaying all sorts of radness all the time to our impressionable youth, it's sweet to see the, you know, the local and regional teenagers coming up here and riding in a really beautiful way and being stoked to have the outlet. Basically, once practice was happening and seeing smiles on people's faces, it was like, cool, yeah, it's time to go ahead and be proud of the crew and the community for pulling this thing together.